Hello, it's Karen Burniston here with an assembly video for one of our die sets. This is die number 1219, the Sports Charms, and you can check out all of our die designs at karenburniston.com. Our charm sets are such a great opportunity to use up some of your scraps. The Sports Charms is no exception. I'm cutting every piece out of the die set out of the appropriate colors at one time using my Spellbinders Platinum 6. The big circle charm die is used for two different balls, so I've cut it out of orange to be the back of the basketball, and now I'm going to cut it out of white to be the back of the soccer ball. The baseball charm die also does double duty because it is the background of the volleyball, and I like a lightweight white cardstock for that. That way I don't get any emboss on the threads that I use for the baseball. It just ends up being a flat piece that's perfect to be the background for the volleyball. When I do want to make a baseball charm, I like to do an emboss on that die. So I'm going to set up my machine with an embossing sandwich and do the embossing step first. And that's going to raise up those stitch lines on the baseball. Then I put the die back over the piece, run it back through with a cutting sandwich. And now before removing the die from the paper, I want to use it as a stencil to get red on the stitch lines. And that could be either a sponge with some ink or it could be a red pen. My favorite pens for stenciling dies are the Staedtler Triplus fine liners, and they come in all sorts of colors, so I'm just using a red one and stenciling through the die. So for the baseball, just die cutting, embossing, and stenciling. For the soccer charm, I cut the overlay out of black mirror card, and then I'm just going to glue that to the white charm. And I am using my LINECO neutral pH adhesive in my fine tip bottle, and we do sell both of those items on our website. The other bigger circle ball is the basketball. So I just cut the overlay out of brown cardstock and the circle charm out of orange. And then of course I can rotate that to be in any location if you are making it a charm. And then you also have the option to just cut the charm holes off and use the balls individually. For the football, there is an overlay that I cut out of brown that fits perfectly over the white football charm. And then what I like to do is just take a marker in brown and just go around the edges and turn those white edges into brown. So optional, but it just kind of gives it a little bit more of a finished look. On the baseball bat, if you would like to highlight the grip area, those are some deep score lines and they hug a pen just perfectly. So it's really easy to go in there with a pen and add that detailing. And then to make that baseball charm, you just glue the baseball itself to the bat at whatever angle and location that you like. For a golfing charm, you glue the golf ball over the baseball charm, but what you can do is sandwich the golf tee in between the two layers as you glue them together, and then you'll have that combined charm. Now there is a cool texture to the golf ball itself. It's hard to see in the video, so here's a little close-up. And then the last charm in the set is the volleyball charm. So the volleyball overlay goes over the baseball charm. If you use a lightweight white cardstock, then you won't get any baseball stitches embossed in the background. If you did, you could run it through with no die, just between two cutting pads, and take the emboss out. That is the basic assembly of the sports charms. And just like with all of our charms, if you want to use them as standalone elements, simply trim off the holes at the top. Hopefully you can relate to what my desk looks like after I pulled out some materials to make a card with these sports charms. The dies I pulled out to use on a card are the Surprise Cube Pop-Up and then Word Set 15 Just Because, our mini alphabet, and our original alphabet. So the sports charms on the front along with Just Saying, and then you open it and the Surprise Cubes pop up and it says, "We make a great team." And then for those charms that are on the surprise cubes, I decorated both sides, at least for the ones that are on the front, because I didn't pin those down and those can fling about and they'll look great no matter which way they turn. The top ones I did pin those down with pop dots because I didn't want them to flip over to the back of the cubes when the card opened. And then for a closure, I just used magnets, so magnets hidden underneath my pattern paper. Here's a slow-mo version of the card opening so you can really see the way the charms fly as it opens. So my thought was there are lots of occasions that you could use a card like this. We Make a Great Team could certainly be an anniversary or a birthday card, but it could also be for a friend or a coworker. I love to end assembly videos with some inspiration by our very talented design team. I love the bright colors in this wide woven basket by Sue Small Kreider, where she's filled it with all the different balls from the sports charms, cutting off the charm holes so that they're standalone elements. Suzanne Smith made this birthday card that is personalized with Ollie the elephant, the mascot of a Rotterdam football club. In this card by Nikki Foden, she has attached the baseball using a string to the surprise cube so that when it pops open, the baseball actually flies. Lois Bach shows a great idea using our label charm pop-up to make a personalized football card. I like how she created the football field in the background and then used the mini alphabet to spell out the team name in the end zones. And then another card by Lois where she's trimmed off the charm holes so that everything's a standalone element. I like how the baseball is part of her closure. And then inside she's stacked up 3 surprise cubes and decorated them with the sports charms. Okay, I know not every sport is represented in this set, but we did get 6 of them in, and if there is enough interest, we will do a second set of sports charms. Just leave me a comment below about what sports you would like to see in that set. Now, as far as this die set, it is available at a lot of your favorite local and online retailers this week, and will be available from our website starting December 12th, 2022. Thanks for watching. If you click on the website link, you'll go to KarenBurniston.com, where you can purchase these dies as well as find links to our other social media accounts. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out some of my other videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.